What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. I just recorded this entire video before and I forgot that I had my mic muted, so I'm gonna go through this all once again. So in this video today, we were in the middle of the treasure map and we actually had a data download, which is quite odd. You know, we don't really usually get data downloads in the middle of a treasure map. And it did include a brand new super evolution for One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, which is very, very exciting. None other than version 1 AKAINU. Now, version 1 AKAINU, I remember when he first got released, he was definitely polarizing with the community. Some people really liked his ability, some people hated it because of how strong it was and the power creep and stuff like that. I honestly don't really care too much about the power creep in the game. I love it when they release a really powerful legend. I think it's really good fun. But anyways, let's get into the abilities of this character. So 6+ AKAINU, he does not change his color and he does not change his classes. He is still a strength driven powerhouse. His captain ability will boost the attack of strength characters by 3.25 and then boost their attack by a further 1.3 if they have a strength orb, which means that it will be a 4.225 attack boost. And he also increases the chances of strength orbs appearing. Very good captain ability, providing a massive attack that will be consistent, quite consistent actually, because he does increase the chances of you getting the strength orbs, and if you have orb sockets on top of it, just the amount of strength orbs that you'll be getting is actually kind of crazy. But honestly, like this there's not really much bad about it. The only bad thing about, I guess there is like one big glaring issue. There's no damage reduction and there's no HP boost. So this guy's going to be quite squishy, you know, unless if you bring a character to reduce damage, of course. But there are plenty of good strength characters in the game. So, you know, you can definitely find a place for this guy as a captain, and he's going to be good for some of the upcoming content as well. Now, his special ability did get quite an upgrade as well. His special ability now does 120 times his attack in non-type damage to all enemies, which is very good. Lots of AoE damage. And he also gives you a full board of strength orbs. So, number one, really good, a full board of matching orbs for your team. But number two, it means that it's going to be your buffed captain ability up to 4.225 after activating the special. So that's so good. And he also doubles the attack of your strength characters for one turn. So having a captain that is able to give you a full board of matching orbs as well as giving your crew a 2x attack boost is phenomenal. One of the best built characters in the game, personally, in my opinion. The only thing that a lot of people really don't like about this guy is the fact that he now only focuses his abilities on strength characters. If you look at the previous version of AKAINU, his captain ability was a rainbow 2.25 attack boost, which is much weaker, and you get 1.75 times attack if you have a strength orb. So this means that he ends up being a 3.93 times attack boost, but it will be a rainbow attack boost. But I much prefer what they've done here, because with the new buff, he's now only focused on strength, but his damage is more consistent and more consistently high. And with his special ability, the old one would only randomize your orbs if they're not strength, and that still only really gives you a chance of getting strength orbs. And he would boost the attack of characters 50 cost or higher by 1.75 for 2 turns. It's a very, very odd special, but I think that what they've done here makes a lot more sense. He's way more consistent, and like a lot of people would complain, you know, now that he's only strength centric, but honestly, if you were using AKAINU before, you were only using strength units anyway. Maybe once or twice you would chuck a character that isn't strength on his team to get around certain abilities. But honestly, if you're using AKAINU nowadays, you're only running strength characters. So I think, in my personal opinion, I'm a massive fan of his super evolution. Now, speaking of this super evolution, once again, he actually comes along with a debut Suger Fest, which was pretty unexpected. And this is pretty interesting, because if you don't have AKAINU, this is a very, very good opportunity to get your hands on him. So let's go ahead and break down what the Suger Fest says. So selected Suger Fest. This Suger Fest gives you a chance to recruit strength characters to help you in the battle against the Extra Coliseum versus Kobe. Now, Extra Coliseum versus Kobe has never been released on Japan, so this is a global and Korean first event that's going to be coming out after the conclusion of Shanks and Ben Beckman treasure map. So that's very, very awesome to look forward to, and obviously because they're relating to strength characters, that would confirm that Kobe would be a Dex character, or that Kobe might be some other type and in the middle of the fight he turns into a Dex character. Either one of those is very possible, but that's very intriguing. Now, the other thing that's really cool as well is that in this Suger Fest, in part 1, on the second multi, you're guaranteed to get 6+ AKAINU with max level, max special. That's insane, dude. Especially for a character like this. It means that if you do choose to do 2 multis to get him, all you'll need to do is limit break him and feed him some cotton candies and maybe some forbidden tomes as well, and you're good to go. So that's very, very good that you can just get him for doing 80 gems worth of multis, because obviously the first one is discounted. Now, I know the main question that a lot of people will pose here is whether or not I should be pulling here. The thing is we have lots of great Suger Fest to look forward to. Sabo Koala, which at this point is likely going to be our next legend, considering that AKAINU did release with Sabo and Koala when it came out on JP. But also we have the Stampede stuff to look forward to with not only Douglas Bullet, but Stampede Luffy as well. Both of those Sugos are 2 times legend rate. Sabo Koala was 2 times legend rate. And Legend Kaido, which should be our anniversary at this point, was a 3 times, or should be a 3 times legend rate if it's going to be our anniversary. So you really have to put that into perspective and think to yourself whether or not it's worth spending 80 gems to get this character right now, or to save 80 gems for a future Suger Fest. That really is up to you at the end of the day. If it was me personally and I didn't have AKAINU, I would spend 80 gems to get him, because I'm the type of player to spend money on this game. If you're the type of player that also spends money on Treasure Cruise, I think this is a great opportunity to get him if you don't have him already. If you're free to play, you should probably steer clear from this Suger Fest. It really is up to you at the end of the day, though. If you really, really, really want to get your hands on this AKAINU, I don't think it's a bad idea to do the pulls to get him. But it's just up to you, and you have to put it into perspective with the future banners that should be coming out to global. But anyways, on part 2 on the second multi, AKAINU is not available on part 2 on the second multi, but you will get a guaranteed legend that is guaranteed to be a strength character. They've actually got a pool here that you'll be able to go through, and it's very interesting, but I don't think that's very worth it, honestly. I think it's better to only pull on here if you don't have AKAINU. Also, weirdly enough, on both parts 1 and 2, the 4th and 5th multi, all characters in the 4th and 5th multi will be strength characters with max level and special. Very, very odd. Very, very odd. And of course it says, use this chance to get a strong strength characters in your crew to take on Extra Coliseum versus Kobe. So yeah, very, very interesting. Obviously all wanted posters are 4-star or better. And this is going to be lasting until the 24th. So straight after this treasure map, we're getting this Suger Fest along with the Super Evolution of AKAINU, and likely getting Extra Coliseum Kobe as well. We don't have the data download for Kobe yet, so we'll have to wait a couple of days before that gets input into the game. But I would expect Kobe to be pretty good. Remember, the Extra Coliseums are the ones like Neptune or like Moria, where they come with a support character that attaches to the Extra Coliseum unit that, you know, has some sort of extra buff that gets applied if you use the special. So I'm expecting the same thing here, maybe a Helmeppo or a Garp character or a Sengoku. We don't know yet. Maybe a Shanks character. That would be cool too. We'll have to wait and see. But I am expecting it to be a half-decent character, as Coliseum Neptune and Moria are both relatively usable units. So we'll have to wait and see. But in terms of the structure, both parts are the same aside from that second multi. But 30 Rainbow Gems first multi, 3, 6, and 8 are guaranteed legend, 4 and 5 are all red characters, the 10th is a limited pool legend, and then of course on part 1, if you do 2 multis, you're guaranteed to get 6+ AKAINU. And the second multi on part 2 is a guaranteed selected pool strength legend. Very, very weird. Anyways, for part 1 limited pool, no one really cares about the limited pool, that doesn't really matter. But part 1 and 2 limited pool strength characters. So these are the characters that you can get on the 4th and 5th multi. So you've got Snake Man and 6+ AKAINU. Version 1 Linlin, version 1 Katakuri, Luffy and Ace, Lucy, and then you've got a bunch of other regular strength rare recruit characters. And the part 2 selected pool legends that are strength, so you guarantee to get one of these legends on the second multi of part 2. You've got Snake Man, you got Charlotte Katakuri, Charlotte Linlin, Luffy and Ace, Lucy, Dogstorm, Log Luffy, Rob Lucci, and Edward Newgate. So, man, the strength legends are kind of lame, to be honest. I mean, you got, like, version 1 Katakuri is kind of weak now until he gets his Super Evolution, and he's not even strength after his Super Evolution. Snake Man is still one of the best legends in the game. Lucy is still very, very powerful. Luffy and Ace is still very good. Outside of that, the rest are just kind of meh. So honestly, you should only be pulling here if you don't have AKAINU. That is literally the only reason you should be pulling here. And again, it really comes down to your own personal opinions and whether or not you think that you need to get this character. And as I said, if I was the one pulling here, I would be doing it, but that is just me because I'm the type of player that would spend money on this game. If you're not, you really have to take that into consideration and think about where you want to be spending your gems. But as I said, even if you do spend the 80 gems here to get this character, I don't think it's going to be wasted. I think it is still a pretty fair assumption to get this character for 80 gems. That's quite cheap for a character like this. And in my personal tier listing and where I would place him, I would personally place him in tier 3 or tier 2. I wouldn't go above that. So overall, he's a good character and he is good for clearing content, but remember, he is mono strength and that can only carry you so far. But anyways, this is going to wrap up this video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.